It's an age-old question. Where does money come from? Kind of. Okay, so yes, you can take cash out of an ATM, but the real money, that's coming from your bank accounts. And how does the money get there? Well, you've got to earn it. So we've talked about employment already. That's when you work for someone and get paid for your services. But there are at least 5 other ways to get money. Okay, here we go. You've got self-employment, investment income, inheritance, government transfers, and lotteries and gambling. So, first things first, self-employment or working for yourself. Thousands of Canadians have set up and run their own businesses. A lot of hard work, thought, and planning goes into it. And if you run your business successfully, your reward is profit. Let me explain with a little math. Add up all your revenue from sales and subtract all of your costs to run the business. If the total comes out positive, you earn a profit. Sounds easy, but if your equation comes out negative, you have a loss. Let's build on the profit scenario for now. Say you're running a successful clothing business. You're super trendy and into selling all that good stuff. Now, you need more money to expand and improve your business. You can sell shares of ownership to raise these extra funds. Shareholders are the people who invest in shares of the company. They receive part of the profit too. Their share of profits is called dividends. Look at us, all businessy. We can do this. So, to recap, profit and dividends are 2 other forms of income here. On to the next form of income, investment income. Investment income can be earned through capital gains or interest. Let's start with capital gains. If a company's shares are publicly traded, you can buy them on the stock exchange. So, let's say you've bought shares at $10 each and you sell them later for $12. The difference is called a capital gain, and that's another form of income. Exciting, right? But remember, there is such a thing as a capital loss. That's when the prices of the stock drops and you sell it at a loss. You can always find an advisor you trust to help you make informed choices, so you can try to maximize the gain and minimize the loss. Next is interest. Interest is the income you get when you give someone the use of your money for a certain period of time. This could be from days to even years. So, let's say you've earned some good money on your babysitting business. You store your earnings in an account at a financial institution, then they'll pay you a percentage in interest. That's like bonus money on top of the money you earned through work. Because the financial institution lends a good portion of your money out to others, and those borrowers pay interest on their loans. This is usually a higher rate of interest than what the financial institution pays out on savings, so they make money on the spread. That's the difference between the amount of interest paid to the saver and the interest they charge to the borrower. The financial institutions also charge fees for their services, and some of that money goes back to the savers, and that's you. So, let's move along to another I word, inheritance. You might receive money or something of value from the estate of someone who dies. That's called an inheritance. You can receive money or other assets, such as a house, a painting, car, or furniture. The assets left to others by someone who dies is called their estate. A will is an important document. It lets a person indicate what will happen to their estate, their things of value, when they die. The will also states the executors of the will. Those are the people who make sure the requests in the will are carried out properly. So understanding inheritance as a form of income is important. Okay, so stick with me. We've got just 2 other forms of income we want to talk about. Number 4. Government transfers. We know how people differ, sometimes greatly, in terms of their access to money. And for various reasons, some people need help. That's where government programs can serve to assist people in need. These programs include welfare, to help those with demonstrated financial need, employment insurance to help a person with income if they lose their job, and government subsidies for things like education and healthcare. These subsidies help lower the cost of services for those who qualify. And now, the final option. One that involves more hope than effort, and one where the odds are usually more in control of the outcomes than you are. The most unreliable source of income, lotteries and gambling. This includes lottery tickets, casino games, and other ways to bet and gamble your money. As pretty much any gambler will tell you, gambling your money hoping for instant wins is probably one of the highest risks you can take with your money. It may be fun, but remember, it's not the best way to earn money. The odds are usually stacked against you, and gambling addictions are very real. So, if you're planning to practice your poker face for a casino night, do it for fun. Stick to a limit and only bet what you can afford to lose. Most importantly, don't make it a habit. Ultimately, there are a lot of great, stable ways of earning an income, and you'll likely use a mix of these forms of income throughout your life. And then you can hit up the ATM.